This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini, along with John Scalzi, and another chilly morning out there if you're leaving your house around this time, right?
Yeah, I might need a light jacket for a little bit, but not too long.
I suppose so.
You're so
All right,
skeptical about the chill. Oh,
I
man.
loved it, actually. I walked out
I'm not
this morning.
saying I don't like it.
I mean, I'll be honest, I had to put my heat on for on the drive here, but I'm sure later on I won't need that.
I love John's looking at me like, oh, come
He's
on,
like, you
how
guys
dare
are
you
pathetic.
call it chilly?
Seriously, all the visitors from the north are going, are you kidding me? This is fabulous.
Chilly for us.
Yeah, you know, it is a little on the cool side, absolutely. And it will warm very fast. But it is a little bit warmer than yesterday, so take heart. We're not seeing any 30s on the map this morning, but we are in the 40s, so yeah, there's a little brisk. Satellite view shows a lot of clear sky out there across the state. Big ridge of high pressure is built in, and that has led to a little bit of patchy fog. Visibility's down a little bit in Manatee now. Last hour they were at about 7 miles. Now they're at about 1 3/4. So watch out for that. Some of the fog could be thick in some locations. The further north you travel, the thicker the fog is. That fog will burn off by about 9 o'clock, leaving us mostly sunny skies, beautiful blue skies as well this afternoon. Lovely sunset. Daytime highs in the low 70s. I love it when you can turn the air conditioner off. Complete forecast details coming up in a few.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at our roadways this morning. It is a couple minutes after 6 o'clock. The Skyway Bridge is open and traffic is moving along. In Manatee County, we don't have any accidents to report at this time, and it doesn't look like too many cars out there on the roadways. So if you are headed out the door this morning, headed towards downtown Bradenton, things are looking clear. Down in Sarasota, no accidents to report there as well. The interstate moving along, and traffic in and out of downtown Sarasota also looking clear, and on towards Venice and Northport. North-south traffic on the interstate and US 41 all moving along very well here early in the morning. Well, topping our news at this hour, we are learning more this morning about the Sarasota deputy facing charges for attempted murder.
Frankie Bybee is now out of a job after the sheriff's office officially terminated him. He remains behind bars in the Sarasota County Jail, while another deputy is also on administrative leave. Sheriff Tom Knight says Bybee befriended and took advantage of a 79-year-old woman. He says Bybee stole $65,000 from her, then forced her to take pills to make it look like she tried to commit suicide. Despite the allegations, some friends of Bybee have rallied to his defense.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the fingerprints, the checkbook, the accusations. Yeah.
And you don't think it's true?
I don't. I know it's not. First of all, this is Frank Bybee did a lot of work for this woman, assisted her, I guess what you could say is a personal manner, helped her manage things that she wasn't capable of doing. I know for a fact that he helped her do things that most people wouldn't help other people do. She's elderly. She has asked him to get the checkbook and make a check out to yourself. It doesn't surprise me that his fingerprint might be on one of those checks.
Meanwhile, the sheriff's office is also placing Deputy Carson Plank on leave due to certain conduct that arose during Bybee's investigation.
A follow-up on the lawsuit filed by former Manatee High School athletic director and football coach Joe Canan against several district officials. According to the Bradenton Herald, a judge is delaying a ruling in that case due to the length and complexity of the lawsuit. For some perspective, that lawsuit is 84 pages long. Canan is suing the district and former superintendent Rick Mills for defamation, emotional distress, and several other counts, claiming that they forced him out of the district. The school board of Manatee County is requesting that case be dismissed. It is unclear when the judge will eventually issue that written order in a lawsuit.
Governor Rick Scott proposing an $83.5 billion budget for the upcoming fiscal year. If passed, it will be the largest spending plan in state history, up $1 billion from this year. That includes $618 million in tax cuts, expanding Bright Futures scholarships to cover summer classes, and providing $85 million in business incentives.
When small businesses get more of the money as a result of lower taxes, they buy more equipment, put more money into research, marketing. It ultimately adds up to more jobs.
The plan would also cut spending for hospitals and some health care programs. Scott also wants pay increases for state correctional officers.
And new this morning, drivers looking to cut across the interstate while avoiding US 301 in Ellenton may soon need to find a new route. According to the Bradenton Herald, a new proposal calls for removing part of the 19th Street East underneath the interstate, ending traffic flow on each side of the highway. Now we are going to try and take a live look here. There we go. At 19th Street East, traffic has been moving through the area all this early morning long. It is a popular thoroughway for traffic in the area. The Florida Department of Transportation says it will not be able to keep that connection due to design plans for the I-75 US 301 interchange project. County officials say they'd like to keep the road open due to the number of people who use it. And construction on a resort hotel in Holmes Beach is moving along. The Waterline Marina Resort and Beach Club is being built on Marina Drive. The $18 million resort will feature 37 two-bedroom suites with a gourmet kitchen, large living room, and balcony with a view. Many folks we talked with are excited about this resort hotel, but a little concerned about the crowds.
For business, it's great as a business owner, and it will bring business to the island. But as a resident, it might get too busy.
The resort is scheduled to open its doors in early May. Reservations are already being accepted.
Well, an update now on a multi-million-dollar campus that's under construction in Northport. The new Suncoast Technical College at Northport and the Shannon Staub Public Library are being built on North Cranberry Boulevard, just south of Toledo Blade Boulevard. Here are some artist renderings of what the finished complex will look like. Take a look at your screen when it is complete this fall. The new educational center will offer all kinds of programs from the culinary arts to carpentry. The complex will also house a conference center. The school district, Sarasota County, the city of Northport, and the state all contributed to the $23 million campus. New this morning, some good news for those who attend the new College of Florida. The college is once again ranked in the Princeton Review's list of the best schools for your buck. The rankings are based on academics, cost, financial aid, graduation rates, debt, and other criteria. New College ranked in the top 50 nationwide, coming in 49th for its return of investment rating. Now, it was the only school in Florida to make that top 50 list, so congratulations to them.
Yeah,
that's awesome news. Meanwhile, a second grader's own investment doing him a lot of good in Bradenton.
Jeffrey Holtz had been saving up to buy a Lego fire station that he said he always wanted, but when he learned a local high schooler was battling cancer, he decided to donate that money to 17-year-old Richard Gallup instead. Now, Legoland heard about that kind gesture and surprised Holtz at the Community Christian School. They gave him that Lego fire station along with free tickets to the theme park in Winter Haven. Gallup also received a 2-night stay at Orlando's Gaylord Palms Resort along with tickets to the upcoming Arnold Palmer Invitational Golf Tournament. Gallup says before the exchange, he and Holtz had never even met.
I feel happy inside because I never met Jeffrey before, and then as soon as I heard that a second grader was willing to give me money to help with chemo treatments, it was just amazing.
Felt really sad inside my heart. I'm like, maybe I should give him my money, so I decided to do it.
Just to see that this young kid has given what he had, that really touched me.
Gallup also received a scholarship to attend Southeastern University in Lakeland, which is a school he says he has been looking at for the past 2 years.
Best story ever.
Oh my gosh, that little boy just tugged at my heart right there.
Yeah,
He was so
you should give him
cute.
all my money. That's so sweet.
And they never even met before. How sweet is that?
It's amazing. Innocence.
Good karma.
Innocence.
Good karma. We have across the region a little bit of patchy fog out there. Watch for that on your morning commute, but it's going to be a glorious day. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, and still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, who will win Super Bowl 51? Well, Mote Marine Laboratory seems to have it down to a science. We'll show you how they choose coming up after the break.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
The official salon of ABC 7. Blue Salon.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking Dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller, The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at some pretty pleasant conditions outside right now, though the temperature is kind of cool at 48 degrees. We have a dew point of 46. It's higher, within 2 degrees of the air temperature, so consequently, we've got some patchy fog around. It's not really thick in our neck of the woods, thicker to the north, but still, watch for it on your morning commute. Could reduce visibility, has reduced visibility to a little over a mile in some locations. 46-degree dew point, east-northeast wind coming in lightly at about 5. Fairly clear skies out there. Where fog is thickest is most likely to the north and inland. 48 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka. 49 in Northport. Got 52 in Venice, 53 in Inglewood, 54 at Longboat Key. To the north in Bradenton and in Parrish, both places reporting in at 49 degrees. So across the peninsula, things look pretty good. Don't see any kind of large-scale weather patterns evolving and heading in our direction. It's all about this big ridge of high pressure that stays with us, provides us with very tame, tranquil weather across the peninsula. Not a drop of rain falling anywhere you look. Now, over the next several days, it is possible that maybe in the southern tip of the state we might get a shower that moves on shore due to a southeasterly wind flow developing, but that's it. Traveling today? Well, across the nation, things are pretty quiet, actually. The Pacific Northwest looks okay. There's a few scattered showers there. Snows at higher elevations. Got some snow showers, lake effect snow showers. In places, pretty heavy, especially in New York, so maybe some issues there locally, but the worst of the weather is in the Ohio Valley, stretching back into the heartland, and even there, nothing that's really going to produce any airport delays. Across the nation right now, no airport delays. Certainly our airport hubs of the Deep South look good. High pressure over the state of Florida, providing us again with lovely weather. Now, we do have a little area of low pressure that's ejecting out of Texas, riding right along that frontal boundary. And our high-pressure ridge is going to be kind of nosing back to the west just a little bit with time. The combination of those two factors may tick up our wind speeds a little bit, but it's not going to be windy by any stretch of the imagination. Just maybe add a couple of miles per hour onto the winds over the next couple of days as these two systems kind of merge closer together. Sunny skies, dry weather, low humidity. That's the name of the game for the next several days. Doesn't get any better than the weather we'll experience. High pressure over the state provides us with sunshine, but down on the southern tip of the state, that's where you may see a stray shower or two move onshore. Other than that, deep south, Florida Peninsula, all look good. Certainly great boating weather if you want to get out there and enjoy our waters. They're southeast shifting west and then shifting north this evening at only about 5 knots or so, increasing a little bit tomorrow to about maybe 10 knots. 2-foot seas, light chop on bay and inland waters, and the forecast looks like this. Fantastic. Daytime highs in the mid-70s or low 70s. Nighttime lows in the 50s to near 60, and only chance of showers, and I'm not even sure about this one, comes next week on Tuesday with about a 20%, if that, chance of a sprinkler too. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, the Skyway Bridge is free and clear of any traffic if you're heading through that direction. Moving to Manatee County, traffic picking up downtown on 301 and State Road 70. I-75, though, looking clear of any traffic on those roadways. Sarasota County looking free and clear of any traffic throughout that area, so not a whole lot going on if you're heading out throughout Sarasota County. Moving to South County, Northport and Venice looking clear of any traffic, and I-75 looking good, both north and southbound directions. Well, visitors to Bradenton will soon see some splash of color downtown.
A new mural is coming to the Bradenton parking garage on 12th Street West. The bold mural will span nearly the entire northwest corner of the parking garage and will feature bright colors that depict the qualities that make the city unique. The city is expanding its current art collection with 6 new pieces.
And attention all performers, the Venice Theater is looking for volunteers for its upcoming spring shows. It's looking for actors, singers, and dancers to audition. Now the theater plans to host performances of Inherit the Wind, Fences, Once on This Island in its 2017 summer stock program. Auditions for the first show begin on February 12th. All auditions will be held at the theater on the island of Venice.
And we're just days away from Super Bowl 51, and the anticipation is building over who will be the next Super Bowl champion. Today, 2 local manatees will continue their annual tradition of picking the winner themselves. The Moat Aquarium's resident manatees Hugh and Buffett will make their selections this morning at 10:30. Anyone with admission to the aquarium will be able to watch. This will be the 10th year the manatees have made their picks. Buffett has predicted the winner 8 out of the last 9 years, and Hugh has been right 5 times. Yeah, 8 out of 9, a manatee. Sign them up.
That makes me laugh. So, I mean, you know, usually you see dogs or maybe cats, but manatees, only here on the Suncoast, right?
Manatees are very vigilant about their NFL football.
Clearly, they are well known on their NFL football.
Side bet on who the manatees pick later on today.
Right.
You can email me for those details. All right, we're still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
As NFL fans flock to Houston this week, of course, for Super Bowl 51, security a top priority. We'll take a look at what's being done to keep the city safe for the nation's biggest sporting event. Coming up next.
Good morning. We're at the Publix Aprons Cooking School here with Chef Bob. Bob, what's on the menu today?
Well, Judy, today we're going to do one of our cooking school recipes from our Wine and Dine in Napa Valley class.
I love it.
This is a scallop ceviche. Now, this is a little bit different kind of ceviche than people are used to. And ceviche is basically cooked. You get seafood and you let it cook in lime juice and orange juice. What we did with this one, we took scallops and we seared them off. Still raw, but we got a nice crunch.
And that's nice for people that maybe it's their first time in the pool of trying ceviche.
Yeah, but they got to go for it sometimes, you know.
I'm telling you,
there
it's
you go.
so good.
So you take the scallops and they're still raw, but they have a nice crunch on the outside.
Good.
And then we're going to take fresh orange juice.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit of orange juice in there.
Get the
We're going to
citrus.
take a little bit of lime, fresh lime, everybody. Don't buy that stuff in the bottle, right?
Yeah, and this is a great cooking tip right here to use your tongs and get that good squeeze.
And you could open beer bottles with it too, man. Pretty cool.
How do you know that?
I don't drink beer. Okay, so anyways, this is red pepper and jalapeno. We're going to put this in here.
Some crunch and bite.
Exactly, some sliced red onion, We're going to take a little bit of cilantro. You have to have cilantro in here because me and Chef Alan, you're going to meet, love cilantro. It's a joke.
I do too.
Yeah.
No, I honestly do, but Julia Childs did not.
I didn't. Me and Julia
FYI.
Childs are there. All right. So anyways, a little bit of tomato. And then you just mix this around and let this sit for at least an hour.
Okay.
At least an hour.
But it could it sit overnight in the refrigerator?
Well, it gets mushy. 4 hours the tops is what I would do.
Good to know.
You put this on a little bit of bib lettuce. We made a little bit of Mexican crema with that, with a little avocado on it. And this is a wonderful dish to have. You know, it's nice and light and it's good for you.
Exactly.
So that is going to be our wonderful ceviche. You have a little Corona with it. I don't know what to say.
Publix apron schools are designed to give you a kitchen to learn, practice, and have fun in. For more information and to sign up for a class, visit publix.com/cooking schools. As always, Bob, it looks great.
Thanks, Judy.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. ANDservices.com.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. ANDservices.com.
And taking a look at downtown Sarasota skyline, looking good this morning. A couple cars out there on the roadways. But a nice, serene drive if you're in downtown Sarasota today.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice out there at 6:25 this morning. Now, security tightening in Houston ahead of the Super Bowl this Sunday.
That's right. Over 1 million fans are expected to flood the city, and officials say there is no specific threat, but they are not taking any chances. ABC's Candace Gibson has the details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, super security, with an anticipated 73,000 fans making their way to Houston's NRG Stadium on Sunday. This morning, local, federal, state, and private agents are working around the clock.
We have almost 3 miles of security perimeter around our venues.
The game's being called a top-tier security event. Officials have actually been working on security for this game alone for the last several years. More than 5,000 officers will be patrolling the area. Authorities are also teaming up with Verizon, using smart cameras to monitor any abnormal behaviors.
So if we had an object left behind or a vehicle placed where it shouldn't be, the cameras could actually pick that up and flag that as an abnormal event and trigger an alert for us to take a look at that.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Jesse Palmer will be live from the site of Super Bowl 51 in Houston. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
It's Macy's Super Weekend Sale with specials Thursday through Monday, like Calvin Klein dress shirts, just $39.99. Get 8-piece bed ensembles or sheet sets, only $39.99. Plus, take 30% plus an extra 15% off select kitchen electrics tomorrow at Macy's.
Can't see it, can't taste it, but there's so much more to it. Here's how Benefiber works.
Inside us are trillions of good microflora that support digestive health. The prebiotic fiber in Benefiber nourishes them.
And what helps them helps you.
Clear, taste-free Benefiber.
Discover Card customer service? Ma'am, this isn't a computer. Wait, you're real? With Discover Card, you can talk to a real person in the U.S. like me, anytime. Wow, this is a recording.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
100% U.S.-based customer service. Here to help, not to sell.
Feel a cold coming on? Zicam Cold Remedy Nasal Swabs shorten colds with a snap and reduce symptom severity by 45%. Shorten your cold with a snap with Zicam.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
It's Greek time, February 9th through the 12th at the 33rd Annual St. Barbara Greek Festival. Experience traditional Greek home cooking, pastries, music, and dancing. Shop the marketplace for crafts and jewelry from local artisans while children play in the kids zone. Enjoy a day in Greece without leaving the area. Just be sure to bring your appetite. Don't miss the St. Barbara Greek Festival in Sarasota at the church located just north of University Parkway at the corner of Lockwood Ridge and Televast Road. Visit stbarbarafestival.org or Facebook for details. Yasu!
Ideologue. I am an originalist.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Winter White event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, growing concerns at Jewish centers across the country as the number of threats is on the rise. How many states are affected?
Plus, several families now taking action against the Trump administration, why they're now suing the government.
And a warning for those who haven't filed their taxes yet, why you need to be careful if you think you owe the IRS some money.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It is 6:30 on this Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Adam Cellini, along with John Scalzi, and now I'm thinking about taxes.
I know.
Have you got them done?
So.
They're all done, right?
No.
Yeah,
got
totally, man.
Not at all.
I'm
I'm such a procrastinaner when it comes to
I am
that.
too. Oh, it's like
awful.
April 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I
like,
guess.
oh, wait, I think those were due.
Oh, goodness.
Good.
Oh,
Well, at least I think I've got everything assembled, so I'm working in that direction.
Yeah.
I don't even think I've opened the envelope for my W-2.
Well, you know, with the weather that we have right now, it's hard to stay indoors and do that kind of
Yeah.
Of course.
That's my
excuse.
story, and I'm sticking to it. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon in store for you today. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. Again, like yesterday, only maybe a few degrees warmer, actually. We're looking at clear skies across the region. That's led to a little bit of patchy fog right there. Visibility is improving at this hour in Manatee County, where they were down to about 1.75 miles in the last half hour. So, you know, it comes, it goes, ebbs and flows. We're looking at a daytime high that tops out in the low 70s. Lots of sunshine around over the course of the next several days. Beautiful weather as well. We'll talk about the next rain chance coming up in just a few.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast roadways this morning. Skyway Bridge is free and clear of any traffic. Heading to Manatee County, looks like traffic picking up in Bradenton. Other than that, I-75 looking clear. Not a whole lot of cars on the roadway throughout that direction, but traffic picking up in Sarasota County on Bee Ridge Road and Clark Road. Also towards downtown Sarasota. I-75, though, looking clear. Some traffic probably on the roadways, but not a whole lot to cause concern. South County, Venice and Northport looking clear. There is an accident on I-75 northbound. The accident is at Van Camp Street. Barely on the screen there, but it is in that direction. If you happen to come across that, keep an eye out for it. Other than that, not a whole lot of other accidents on the road this morning. Well, topping our news this half hour, growing concern among religious and community leaders this morning as more bomb threats are made at Jewish community centers. The most recent came in just the last couple of hours in Utah. Reed Binion has more.
Under an abundance of caution, we successfully evacuated our Whitefish Bay building.
Community leaders in Wisconsin reacting to a bomb threat that led to the evacuation of a Jewish community center Tuesday.
Thankfully, today's threat was not credible, but we're mindful that hoax threats are scary too.
Another bomb threat Tuesday targeting a Jewish community center in Utah, where police took note of what they say could be a disturbing trend.
This might be part of a bigger picture national conversation that's happening. We've had several of these throughout the country.
Indeed, the Jewish community centers in Utah and Wisconsin were just two of the centers that received bomb threats Tuesday. The JCC Association of North America says more than a dozen locations across multiple states carried out security protocols. Perhaps even more disturbing, Tuesday marked the third wave of bomb threats against Jewish community centers in a single month. On January 9th, there were threats against 16 facilities in 9 states, according to the JCCA. Then on the 18th, another 27 threats against centers in 17 states. This follows a spike in reported hate crimes last year amid a contentious election.
Part of a revived culture of intolerance against the other, an atmosphere of fear that's intended to separate us rather than bring us together.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And turning to politics this morning, nearly 1 year after Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia's death, President Donald Trump is attempting to fill that seat. Trump has chosen Judge Neil Gorsuch to replace Scalia. Gorsuch is a federal appeals judge in Denver with a law degree from Harvard and a PhD from Oxford. He went on to clerk for 2 Supreme Court justices, including Justice Anthony Kennedy. If confirmed, he would become the first Supreme Court justice to serve alongside his former boss.
I pledge that if I am confirmed, I will do all my powers permit to be a faithful servant of the Constitution and laws of this great country.
Trump says Gorsuch is a, quote, replica of Justice Antonin Scalia, a solid conservative and well-respected. Meanwhile, Republicans on the Senate Judiciary Committee are hoping to vote on Senator Jeff Sessions' nomination as Attorney General today. It was supposed to take place Tuesday, but Democrats delayed the committee's vote. Sessions' nomination is receiving even more scrutiny in the wake of President Donald Trump's executive orders on immigration. Still, the panel is expected to approve his nomination and advance him to a vote in the full Senate.
And the Trump administration now facing lawsuits following last weekend's executive order on immigration. 3 families that were denied entry to the United States at Philadelphia International Airport claim Trump's immigration travel ban is unconstitutional. Lawyers announced they were going to sue the government on behalf of 7 foreign nationals turned away. They were all detained, then removed and sent back to the countries from where they came.
It was a shock to hear that they were sent back the way they were. It's un-American and unethical not to give them a phone call or a translator or an attorney to give them that option. How they send them back so quickly was just heartbreaking.
Lawyers are requesting immediate relief and their visa be reissued within 48 hours. They also say the government should pay for their return flights.
In other national news this morning, a cleanup continues at the Dakota Access Pipeline protest camps. The acting secretary of the Army is ordering the Army Corps of Engineers to proceed with easements needed to complete the pipeline. The approval is expected to come within the next few days. Construction of the $3.8 billion project is finished except for a section under the Missouri River in North Dakota. The pipeline has been the target of protests for months. 9 people who were arrested during those protests will be in court today in North Dakota for charges of disorderly conduct.
And in California, the wife of the man accused of killing 49 people at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando last summer will be in court today to plead her case. Nor Salman said she has no advance knowledge of the terrorist attack and did not know Omar Mateen was buying ammunition for that attack when they went shopping together. She will be in federal court in Oakland, California today to seek release from jail.
In California, 3 suspects are under arrest after leading deputies on a high-speed chase with a baby in the car. The chase began in the Santa Clarita area. The female driver drove at speeds up to 90 miles per hour, and at one point the suspects were reportedly throwing objects out of the window. The pursuit ended on a dirt road when the car crashed into a gate. The suspects surrendered, and the female driver exited the vehicle with a baby wrapped in a blanket.
In consumer news this morning, State Attorney General Pam Bondi is announcing a settlement in a multi-state investigation of the Western Union Company. Customers using Western Union complained that they used the wire transfer service to unknowingly send money to third parties involved in fraudulent schemes. They include lottery and contest scams that trick consumers into believing that they won a big prize, but must pay to cover taxes or fees before collecting that award. In another scam, consumers are told they need to wire money to help a loved one in immediate danger. As part of that settlement, Western Union must develop an anti-fraud program. They will also pay a total of $5 million to all 48 states affected by that scam. Meanwhile, the IRS warning taxpayers about a major scam affecting every single state. Thousands of victims are receiving threatening phone calls ordering them to pay taxes they don't owe. The caller claims an arrest warrant will be issued if the victim does not contact them. Now, millions of dollars have already been collected so far. Now, since 2013, phone scammers have tricked more than 10,000 victims out of more than $54 million.
Well, for one popular chain, fast food is now about to get even faster. Check this out. McDonald's testing a new burger dispensing machine in Boston. Hundreds of customers lining up to order a Big Mac, Grand Mac, or Mac Jr. from the touchscreen, and it doesn't seem the idea will spread, at least not yet. The company says it was just part of a promotion for its new Big Macs. And it could soon be easier to get your groceries from the store to your home if you're by yourself. Vespa has created a robot that is designed to carry your groceries and other items. It can also follow a cyclist or jogger. It is unclear when it will be available for purchase or how much one of these is worth. The robot will be tested with businesses later this year. It's like a creepy dog. following you around on the roadways.
I mean, I'm confused if it's supposed to go get your groceries for you or if it's supposed to like carry it into the house
I think
for
it
you.
just carries it. You know?
Well, I mean, I know I'm like that person that'll load up my arm with groceries because I don't want to make a second trip.
Right. Well, maybe soon you won't be.
Maybe I'll have a
You'll have a gerbil ball rolling around with you on the sidewalks.
That might be great in the city, in a big city or something, but I can't imagine using it here.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Sure, somebody
Plus,
will.
it gets 175 miles to the gallon.
Oh, that's impressive.
No,
How nice.
I know. Nice weather shaping up for you this afternoon, though. If you wanted to get out and about and take a stroll to the grocery store, you could certainly do that. We'll talk about that forecast in a second.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The Lido Beach Winter Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, February 4th and 5th on Lido Beach in Sarasota. Bring your sense of discovery and appreciation of the beautiful to the Lido Beach Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com. In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Main. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Pleasant conditions out there. Temperatures are milder than they were 24 hours ago, coming in at 48 degrees now. But the dew point is pretty close to that at 46. And with that 2-degree temperature to dew point spread, there's the possibility of some patchy fog through the next couple of hours. Watch for that. The further north you go, the thicker the fog becomes. And there are, in fact, some dense fog advisories up for parts of North Florida. But for us, it's patchy and it's not too terribly bad. We have east-northeast wind coming in at about 5 right now under fairly clear skies. 48 degrees, Wauchula, Mayaca, Parrish, and Bradenton at 49, 50 at Lakewood Ranch, Northport at 48, 51 in Venice, 52 degrees in Inglewood, and Longboat Key comes in at 54. If you plan on a nice stroll, sunrise stroll at the beach today, why, things looking better according to Moat Marine spotters as of yesterday. The northern beaches are in particular free of any kind of irritants in the air. The worst of the irritants are to the south. Now, bear in mind, these are not the red tide algae bloom that's in the water. This is what's in the air, the irritants that are actually in the air. So the beaches to the north feel a little bit better. Winds shifting to the west a little bit later this afternoon, making an onshore flow, perhaps bringing a little more of the irritants closer to the shore. As far as our forecast goes, it's all driven by this big ridge of high pressure providing rain-free and cloud-free skies across the majority of Florida. Maybe in the southern tip, you might get an isolated shower or sprinkle, but other than that, we're going to look at very quiet, calm weather right straight through. It looks like the 6-day period anyway, maybe even 7-day. There's still some uncertainty down the road as to another approaching cold front that'll come our way early next week. But right now, Titan radar not showing a drop of rain falling anywhere. In fact, most of the nation looks pretty quiet. If you're traveling today, northeast corridor, airport hubs are all fine. Back to the west, shouldn't be any airport delays due to weather. There is some inclement weather across the Ohio Valley stretching into the heartland in terms of snowfall and some freezing rain, but it's not widespread, and it will only impact the smaller airports like Akron or perhaps Cincinnati. Might see some airport delays a little bit later on. Low pressure area coming out of Texas along this stalled frontal boundary will approach the deep south over the next several days, but it's really not going to produce much more than some scattered showers along that front. High pressure over our state will kind of work its way back to the west just a little bit. And as that low approaches, we might pick up our wind speeds just a bit, but nothing really spectacular. In fact, over the next 7 days, there'll only be minor variations in our temperature, wind speed, and directions. We're looking at some beautiful weather right straight through that period. Dry, low humidity, sunny. Looking at a southeast wind shifting to the west, shifting to the north with about 5 knots today. So pretty nice boating weather. And the forecast calls for mid-70s for daytime highs under lots of sunshine, nighttime lows in the 60s. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Let's take a look at our Suncoast traffic now on the roadways. We got a Skyway Bridge clear this morning and traffic moving along well. In Manatee County, no accidents to report at this time. A little bit of traffic picking up on the bridges there, but nothing to worry about if you're out driving this morning. And in Sarasota County, near downtown, no accidents there as well. Interstate moving along clear and looking good, and that east-west traffic on Fruitville and Bee Ridge looking good as well. Down towards Venice and Northport, we do have an accident on I-75 in the northbound lanes near Van Camp Street. So if you are using the interstate this morning, be aware of that. That is the northbound direction on I-75. Everything else down there looking clear this morning.
Well, in health news this morning, the American Heart Association is giving tips on the best eating habits to keep your body healthy.
That's right. Researchers examining dozens of studies to provide guidance on what to do about meals and snacks. First, don't skip breakfast. Evidence suggests that eating breakfast daily is linked to better blood sugar control and may help control weight. Or periodic or intermittent fasting may aid short-term weight loss, but may also make weight harder to maintain later on. And as far as choosing between one large meal compared to several smaller meals, researchers say it doesn't really matter as long as you limit your calorie intake.
And speaking of not skipping breakfast, this next eating habit may not be good for your figure, but it could be good for your brain. A new study found a scoop of ice cream in the morning could make you smarter. The study, published by a professor in Japan, says eating ice cream after waking up can result in improved alertness and mental performance. That is great news. So next time your child, or even if you are feeling a sweet tooth coming on, doctors now will be able to back you up, saying it is beneficial for your brain.
So sorry, parents out there.
Sorry if your kids have a sugar rush this morning. We did not tell you about this.
It's science, okay? Can't argue
now
with
I'm
those
going to go
facts.
eat some ice cream after this show.
There you go, get it.
Well, in entertainment news this morning, Johnny Depp now facing some legal action himself after he sued his business managers, claiming they mismanaged his money.
They are now countersuing him, claiming his lavish spending is to blame for his financial problems. The lawsuit says Depp was spending more than $2 million a month on living expenses and refused to heed calls from his business managers to control that spending. They are asking for over $500,000. They say that they are owed in unpaid fees.
And Pharrell Williams has a reason to be happy this morning. The singer and his wife are now the parents of triplets. Oh my goodness. His publicist says the family is happy and healthy, which is great to hear. The couple also has an 8-year-old son, and it's proving to be a very busy year for both personally and professionally, for Williams. He served as a producer for the box office hit Hidden Figures, which is up for Best Picture at the Academy Awards later this month.
And the Super Bowl is looking to appeal to a more female audience this year. Iconic jewelry company Tiffany's will air their first Super Bowl commercial ever on Sunday. It will showcase the company's new jewelry collection. Lady Gaga will star in that commercial. She's also headlining the halftime show. Another fun fact, Tiffany's has crafted the trophy for the winning team for the past 50 years. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and I actually kind of am looking forward to Lady Gaga. She performed the national anthem, I think, was it last year or the year before that?
Yeah, I think pretty recently.
And she nailed it.
Yeah, she's got a set of pipes. She is really, really a good singer. You can't tell in the weird songs, but she's good.
All right, stay with us.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5. ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
You don't want to miss the annual Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Just a week before Valentine's Day, it is the largest orchid show on Florida's West Coast with thousands of blooming orchids on display and for sale. You'll also find orchid growing supplies, artwork, jewelry, accessories, and free classes. Make plans now to attend the Venice Orchid Show and Sale February 4th and 5th at the Venice Community Center. Doors open at 10 a.m. both days. Visit vaos.org online for more details.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State with the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games. Everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Good morning, commuters in Manatee County. No accidents to report up there right now, and traffic looking clear down in Sarasota County near downtown Sarasota. No accidents as well. The interstate moving nicely, and not too much traffic near downtown Sarasota. And down near Northport and Venice, we do have an accident northbound on the interstate. It is near Van Camp Street, so interstate drivers, be aware of that this morning.
Looking at a pretty nice day today. A little bit of patchy fog that'll burn off early, leaving us with a mostly sunny sky. Daytime highs top out warmer than yesterday, coming in around 72. And the week ahead looks splendiferous.
All right, thanks so much, John. Well, a school pep rally, of course, can be pretty exciting for students, but for the principal at one elementary school in Texas, this one is unforgettable. Mandy Bassick thought nothing of it when the school mascot approached her, of course, but when the cheerleader started chanting, "Mandy, marry me," she had an idea of what was coming, of course. Her boyfriend had worked with school officials to let him use the suit for this well-planned proposal. He says he's glad everyone was cheering so loudly because if she said no, well, no one would have heard it at least. That's good. Good news, though, she did say yes. The Panther and the principal plan to say "I do" next month. Yeah. Good for them. That is a clever way.
And Disney is working on the movie Panther and the Principal coming up later this fall. So.
It'd be awful if you couldn't get the head off, right?
Right? It's like, who's proposing to me right now?
You really got to love someone to put on one of those suits, by the way.
Yeah.
It could be a little gnarly.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Yeah. Kind of stinky.
Hopefully they were frequently dry cleaned.
Look out.
Some pretty nice weather shaping up for you. Enjoy it. Get out there and enjoy the sunshine.
Definitely. All right, stick around. Good Morning America coming up next.